Medjugorje Revelation. The countdown to the end times has begun. Greetings and blessings to everyone joining us today. I pray that this message finds you in good health and in the grace of God. The topic we explore today is one that has stirred hearts and minds around the world. A divine revelation emerging from the sacred hills of Medjugorje, which many believe signals a critical turning point in human history. The Virgin Mary, in her infinite wisdom, has set in motion a countdown, and this momentous event is swiftly approaching. Her message, rich with both warning and hope, is reverberating across the globe, demanding our attention. The revelation from Medjugorje is not a mere coincidence. The Virgin Mary, using her divine knowledge, has made it clear that we are living in unprecedented times. Some see this as an ominous prophecy, while others view it as a profound opportunity for spiritual awakening. Regardless of interpretation, one undeniable truth has emerged from these divine revelations. Time is running out, and humanity must act now before it is too late. As the world nears this pivotal moment, the signs are all around us. Global unrest continues to intensify, with tensions between superpowers escalating as leaders struggle to find common ground. Meanwhile, civil conflicts continue to devastate nations, leaving behind landscapes of destruction and hopelessness. As if that were not enough, natural disasters wreak havoc on the environment, with earthquakes, hurricanes, and wildfires ravaging entire regions. These calamities are compounded by economic crises, which deepen the suffering of millions and create widespread instability. In the face of this chaos, the message from the Virgin Mary offers a glimmer of hope, a beacon of light piercing through the storm. She calls us to pray, to seek solace and strength in a relationship with God. Prayer, as the Virgin teaches, is not just an act of devotion, but an act of resistance against the growing forces of darkness. It is through prayer that we find the courage to endure, and it is through prayer that we can alter the course of history. One of the key elements of the Virgin Mary's message is the power of sacred symbols, especially the crucifix and the rosary. These powerful symbols, cherished by Christians for centuries, are more than just relics. They are spiritual tools, tangible reminders of God's unfailing love and promise of redemption. The Virgin Mary urges us to keep these symbols close to us, to fortify our homes and hearts against the forces of evil. In moments of fear and uncertainty, these sacred emblems become our shields, reminding us of God's protection and grace. The Virgin's primary lesson is clear. We must confront evil with unwavering faith. She calls upon us to stand firm, to trust in the power of prayer, and to know that our prayers can influence the course of history. These times of darkness will test our resolve, but through prayer, devotion, and trust in God, we can endure. As the countdown continues, it is essential to recognize that the world is changing. The challenges we face are not merely political, economic, or environmental, they are spiritual. The Virgin Mary has made it clear that the greatest battle we will face in the coming days is one of faith and devotion. This is not just a time to pray in private, but a time to unite in prayer with our brothers and sisters around the world. We are called to become a global community, bound together by our shared faith, ready to confront the forces of evil and stand in the light of God's grace. The message of Medjugorje is both urgent and hopeful. While the world faces great trials and tribulations, there is still time to prepare, to strengthen our faith, and to respond to the call of the Virgin Mary. The 3 days of darkness, a key part of this prophecy, will serve as a profound test of our spiritual strength. But we need not fear if we are prepared. Prayer, sacred symbols, and a deep relationship with God will be our protection in the coming days. The signs are here. The world is shifting, and time is of the essence. Now is the time to act, to pray, and to prepare for the turning point that is rapidly approaching. We must take heed of the warnings and seize the opportunity for spiritual renewal. As the Virgin Mary has shown us, even in the face of overwhelming darkness, there is hope. Together, with prayer and faith, we can navigate the storm, secure in the knowledge that God's love will never fail us. Thank you for joining us today and for being part of this important conversation. Let us continue to pray for one another, to strengthen our faith and to prepare for the days ahead. May the Virgin Mary's intercession bring you peace and courage as we face the challenges that lie before us. In the face of challenges that seem overwhelming, Mirjana's message resonates with unwavering hope and urgency. She cautions, "We must not give up," echoing the Virgin Mary's powerful assertion that faith and intense prayer are the keys to overcoming even the most enduring evils. Humanity stands at a critical crossroads, with only moments left in the countdown that will decide our future. The choices we make now will echo throughout history, shaping the world for generations to come. In these uncertain times, believers find their strength in the embrace of prayer and faith. When the world feels chaotic and confusing, these sacred practices offer a beacon of hope, a lifeline that connects us to something greater than ourselves. With every fervent prayer, hearts are renewed, and the darkness that threatens to consume us is pushed back. The promise of salvation grows brighter, and the path forward becomes clearer. Prayer isn't just a plea for help, it's an act of defiance against the forces of despair and destruction. As the clock ticks down, the words of the Virgin Mary grow, louder in the stillness of Medjugorje's mountain path. Her message, delivered through Mirjana's steadfast faith, urges us to reflect deeply on our lives. In the silence of those sacred moments, people are called to examine their hearts, to reconsider their values, and to ponder what truly matters. It's a time for introspection, a moment to align our lives with divine wisdom. The countdown isn't just about the passing of time, it's a call to action, to a new beginning where every choice has profound consequences. In this atmosphere of spiritual urgency, churches are filled with congregations seeking solace, guidance, and strength. The air is thick with prayer as the faithful gather together, united in their desire to be prepared for what lies ahead. Mirjana's words are a beacon to the faithful. Now is the moment to contemplate with sincerity. This is more than a simple invitation. It is an exhortation to dive deep into the soul, to confront our sins, and to embrace the eternal truths of the gospel. Only through this spiritual awakening can we face the enormous challenges ahead with hope and strength. Mirjana's statement is a powerful reminder to live according to Christian values. What was once seen as a warning of impending disaster is now becoming a symbol of rebirth, a chance for repentance, renewal, and spiritual growth. Through the Virgin Mary's message, prayer becomes not only a personal refuge, but a cornerstone of community life. It fosters harmony in relationships and brings people together, creating a shared sense of purpose that transcends all differences. This awakening is transforming lives, both in the pews and beyond. Churches, once only partially filled, are now brimming with believers whose prayers are stronger, more passionate than ever before. Families are turning to the rosary, finding comfort and peace in this sacred practice. Even those who may have previously felt disconnected from their faith are finding a sense of inner peace as they contemplate the Virgin Mary's message and embrace the power of prayer. As the countdown progresses, we begin to witness change. In war-torn regions, violence decreases, creating space for healing and rebuilding. Communities once torn apart by strife and division are coming together, offering one another solace and support. As economic hardship weighs heavy on many, people are pooling their resources, creating moments of respite for the less fortunate. Mirjana's message shines through the darkness. Hope, once thought to be distant, now pierces the shadows of despair, rekindling the passion and faith of believers across the world. In the midst of chaos, the Virgin Mary's words stand as a powerful reminder that prayer, faith, and a renewed sense of community are the keys to facing the coming trials. With the countdown nearing its end, now is the time to prepare, to embrace a life of purpose, devotion, and love. This moment in history offers us a chance to transform, to move from a world of division and uncertainty to one of unity, hope, and divine protection. The Blessed Virgin Mary has assured us that prayer holds the power to bring about miracles, and we are witnessing the fruits of our unwavering faith. Prayer, as an expression of our devotion, draws us closer to the divine light. Therefore, we must persist in our prayers, never faltering in our efforts to spread love and peace to all people on earth, maintaining our unity and standing firm in our principles. Those who encounter the message of the Virgin Mary often find a profound place for it in their lives. A new generation is rising, one that understands the importance of religion and the effectiveness of prayer. To stoke the fire of hope, the stories of those trying but hopeful times are passed down through the ages, providing a legacy for future generations. The words of Mirjana and the message of the Virgin Mary continue to resonate in the hearts of the faithful, even in the most dire situations. Churches remain filled, families continue to pray together, and the crucifix and rosary remain potent symbols of their devotion. Instead of heralding the end of the world, the Virgin Mary's countdown signifies the start of a great awakening that includes a resurgence of knowledge, faith, and hope. What began as anxiety and doubt swiftly transforms into a chance for introspection, transformation, and atonement after being inspired by Mirjana's words and the holy message of the Virgin Mary. The response of the devout bears witness to the triumph of faith and love over misfortune. Not an epilogue, but the start of a new chapter, the Virgin Mary's exhortation to prayer, faith, and a return to the gospel precepts is a clear call to uphold one's religious principles and to build a more compassionate and peaceful global community. Even in the midst of looming disaster, the light of faith illuminates the path to a future full of hope and redemption. Mirjana's unwavering faith and the timeless words of the Virgin Mary are proof of the unstoppable strength of prayer and faith, showing that no obstacle is too great for unwavering devotion to conquer. As time passes, humanity finds the strength to go with unwavering faith, unwavering optimism, and a revitalized sense of purpose. The promise of divine grace and the unwavering light of faith are markers on the road to redemption and regeneration, which is still a long way off. Therefore, let us welcome the start of this new age with hearts full of hope and spirits supported by faith. For the transforming power of prayer to lead us toward a future full of love, harmony, and boundless possibilities, we should pray frequently. Yes, we are grateful that you were patient enough to view the entire video. What are your thoughts on today's topic? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below. Remember to click the bell icon to become a subscriber and receive updates on our most recent videos.